Alright guys, so in the last episode of Tennis Ace, we were just about to start the big match against Morisaki versus Mishimaya. And now, here it is. Alright, it's time to get rid of all that sleepiness and laziness that I've been feeling all day. Now is when I need to focus the most. I toss my ball into the air and hit it with as much power as I can. As the ball leaves my racket, I can already tell it's going to be a good serve. Unlike in our first match where he easily reached most of my serves, this time, Senpai barely reaches the ball in time to hit it back, returning a weak slice right back. I say weak, but in reality, there aren't many players in my age class that could return such a ball to such a tight spot. The way it is right now, even if I have the advantage, I can't just clinch the point like I usually do. I have to be very careful of the placement for my shots. Make a mistake in my shot selection, and he'll pounce on it like a predator. I settle for a shallow cross court, hitting at an acute angle. Usually a fast angle shot would almost certainly score the point, at least where the junior level is concerned, but Morisaki Senpai's defense range is so ridiculous that it'll surely reach. He manages to return the ball at the last second. He then immediately starts running towards the net. It seems I'll have to drive him out of there by force. No matter, I was already expecting this development anyway. Instead of relying on some delicate control that I don't have, I just decide to spike the ball with everything I have to the other side of the court. While my methods may be crude, I managed to drive the ball past him, scoring the point. 15 love. The look on his face tells me he's frustrated. Well, of course he'd be. For someone looking to play serve and volley, not being allowed to get to the net is one of the most annoying things possible. Even if he's leveled up in all parameters, as long as I don't allow him to surprise me, he shouldn't be able to just walk all over me. I can put up a fight. This time, I attack with a slower, albeit much more spin-oriented serve. The sudden change of rotation catches him by surprise, forcing an error. 30 love. Yes! I pump my fist in the air. All those endless hours of practice are paying off. I've managed to level up my skills during this hellish week of training. And yet, Morisaki Senpai doesn't look all too worried about it. Either he has the world's greatest poker face, or he doesn't think I could have caught up to him in these 5 days. I'll show. As soon as play starts again, I'll make sure to pin him down with my serve. His baseline game has certainly improved. It's come to a point where he can even hold me, a dedicated baseliner, back. Still, that's nothing more than a difference in experience. To begin with, there's never been any fundamental difference in the way the two of us hit our ground strokes. He just knows how to use them better. In that case, instead of trying to corner him with my strokes, I'll just keep him from using those legs of his. When I finally allowed myself to properly watch him, I realized that Senpai's strokes were still fairly crude. While his volleys were incredibly delicate and controlled, he wasn't all that confident in his ground strokes. That's when I realized Senpai's true strength. He had a footwork like no other, capable of reaching balls most players would deem unreachable. If you add that to his incredible stamina, Senpai's incredibly aggressive net play was also boosted by his sudden addition of a highly defensive baseline play. Due to that, he could just leisurely stay back whilst looking for an opportunity to attack. There were no traces of his gung-ho aggressive play left in him. Such a style is not all that uncommon nowadays. Dedicated serving volleyers are rare to see in modern tennis to begin with. Most players would go for a more balanced approach. That's why I had such a great sense of discomfort when we first started playing. To put it simply, the image I had of Senpai's tennis was completely different from his current style. He has indeed changed a lot over the past few years. Still, I refuse to lose to someone who has conceded the initiative. It is a matter of principle. Even if I'm behind, the only thing I can do is attack. That's the only style I can play. My first serve goes into the net. While logic would dictate that I have to lower the difficulty of my next serve, my mind also comprehends that that would be no good. If it's not good enough to be an ace or at least close to it, then it will certainly get countered. That's something I simply can't allow. This time, I decided to be more aggressive, going for a wide, flat serve. He has difficulty reaching the ball and ends up sending it closer to the center. Despite my advantage, the longer we keep battling it out in ground strokes, the clearer it became that I'd have no hope of winning in the long run. It was already a miracle that I managed to close the distance between us so as to pressure him like this in only just a week. When I thought about that, I really didn't want to lose. Morisaki senpai attacked my backhand with a rapidly rising topspin shot. Unable to hit the ball properly, I end up hitting it outside the court. 40-30. Crap, this is tough. This match has been super high paced since the start to begin with. Even though this is just the first game, I'm feeling incredibly tired already. I'm sure all the accumulated fatigue isn't helping any. By all accounts, I'm in the worst possible physical shape right now due to all the fatigue. Still, I've gotten to a point where I can properly fight it out with him. Now it's not so easy to say who will win. I have a choice. I managed to make it through with a flat shot aiming close to his body. His return was just shallow enough that I could go for another acute angle towards the other side of the court to score the point. Game Ishimaya, 1-0. Morisaki senpai nods approvingly and we quickly switch courts. He seems rather satisfied for someone who's just lost a game. From the corner of my eye, I can see that Keikun has arrived and has begun to warm up with Sasaki-san. If I weren't busy with my own match, I would definitely want to watch theirs. Senpai sets himself up to serve. I mentally prepare myself, running a simulation of his serve in my head. After the first day of matches, Mikado-sensei managed to get us a few tennis radar guns to measure the speed of our shots. Over the past week, Senpai's fastest serve clocked at 210 kilometers per hour, with his average being at 189. My fastest serve was, in comparison, only 192, with the average of about 175. It was easy to see where I failed to compare. To make up for my lack of speed, I had to tighten my course and use much riskier shots. As a result, I've had almost 5 times more double faults than usual. Not only that, his serve was much faster than that of the average player in the U18. If I can get used to them, it will surely help me in the future. Senpai serves, shooting up a fast, flat shot to the center. While he has definitely started to use spin chops more often after going to America, he still favors power over technique. We certainly are alike in that aspect. I somehow managed to return it, though it is weak. Senpai rushes to the net. I try to respond in time, but he quickly puts it away with a drop volley. Yes! Coach whistles. You clocked 210 on that serve just now. Really? Nice. I guess it won't be that easy to break him, huh? Neither his serve nor his spirit. The high pace of the game doesn't change at any point during the remainder of the set. By the time the score reads 6-5, I already feel like my legs are on fire. I really need to improve my stamina. In the end, it took everything I had to keep my serve, while Senpai did the same effortlessly. Alright, it's time. Get back to the court, you two. These timeouts are the only thing keeping me rested enough to continue. And I still have to play Sasaki-san after this. Somebody save me. Morisaki-senpai gets in the position to serve, so I make my way to my own mark. This is my last chance to break him. With the way I've been struggling to score, winning at a tiebreak would be pretty much impossible. Make sure to keep his spin serve in mind. I catch myself mumbling under my breath. If it's all I can do just to react to his serve, then I need to start anticipating it. Have I really reached a point where I can't win without having to rely on luck? My instincts scream at me to go for the center. I pour every ounce of my remaining strength on my legs and go for it. I am honestly surprised when my racket makes contact. Morisaki-senpai gasps in shock. I put all of my power into the returning ball to the opposite side of the court. For a second, Senpai freezes. When he finally starts moving, it's already too late. The ball I return paints the end line and scores me the point. Uh, 15 love. Yes! Even coach is completely stunned. I'm honestly surprised as well. I hate that I had to rely on my own luck for that return, but I'm thanking every single god that I know of that I was able to guess it right. Morisaki-senpai readies his next serve. Even if I did get that one serve, The reality of the situation hasn't changed. I would have to repeat that 3 more times to win the game, doing so without allowing him to score. No matter how I look at it, it's impossible. But if it's the only way to win, there's nothing else I can do. Crap, I lost my focus. He's already serving. This is bad. Wham! The ball flies straight into the net. Fault! Did he just make a mistake? Morisaki-senpai seems somewhat shaken. What just happened? Could he be... Senpai immediately prepares to serve again. His whole body looks tense. His face is scrunched up in a look of anger. The ball hits outside the serve zone. Double fault. 30 love. Huh? What just happened? Could this be an unforeseen consequence of my return ace just now? I see, of course. I was so focused on how much he improved that I forgot. Even though he's a pro, Morisaki-senpai has only just joined the major tour. He doesn't have all that much experience over me, so of course he's still unused to dealing with some adverse scenarios. He knows just as well as I do that the first point is the most important in a game. It sets up the whole pace for that game. If the point is suddenly taken from him with a return ace of all things, he is bound to suffer from severe mental stress. And now that I think of it, even though he was clearly the better player, he spent the whole week seeing me catch up to him bit by bit, tenaciously returning his shots. It's reached a point where I can't even push him around. Of course, something like that would be stressful. No matter how good you are or how unflappable you may be, no one can stay composed for that long. So this is my way out. I just have to take advantage of Morisaki-senpai's current stress to win. He readies his next serve. I can tell that he severely lowered his difficulty. This time, the ball goes in, but it's so slow that I have an easy time catching up to it. Normally I'd return it to the farthest point of the court, but with the way he is right now, perhaps a body shot could rattle him even further. I decide mere moments before striking the ball, sending it flying right towards Morisaki-senpai. He freezes for a second and he's too sluggish. He manages to move out of the way but can't position himself properly. His shot hits the net. For the love. Even coach is astounded. A body shot isn't normally all that effective. Its main purpose is to add stress to your opponent, and even then, it isn't all that successful. But used against someone who's already out of their game, Morisaki-senpai grips his racket tightly and lifts it up into the air. For a second, it looks like he might just smash it into the ground. But he stops. He puts a hand to his chest and breathes in deeply. 15 seconds. Coach calls the time. If Morisaki-senpai takes 10 more seconds to make his serve, he'll be issued a warning. Morisaki, it's a warning, you know. Morisaki-senpai ignores him. He just stays rooted to his spot, breathing deeply. If he's using his warnings right now to fix his altered mind state, then... am I in trouble? Morisaki, it's a time violation now. I'm issuing you a fault. Morisaki continues to ignore him. What is he doing? 15 seconds. 10 more seconds until he's issued a double fault. If that happens, I'll be winning the game. Morisaki-senpai opens his eyes and moves to his spot, signaling to coach that he is ready. He grips the ball in his hand and tosses it to serve. Wham! It's fast. Unbelievably fast. I can't even react to it. The ball just soars past me. What? Coach gasps. When I look over, I see him gaping, holding the radar gun. 225? What? That's 15 kilometers over his previous best. Oh, really? Then it just might be a personal best. Nice. And Morisaki-senpai doesn't seem the least bit surprised by it. He turns to stare at me and our eyes make contact. That look. That's the same look he gave me during our first match, right before his play had a serious level up. I haven't seen that look before that match, or since... Could this be? Looks like you're in the pinch now. Huh? Kenma Sasaki appears right behind me, scaring the crap out of me. Sasaki-san, why are you... I look a little to the side and see Keisuke standing next to him, looking grumpy. Our eyes meet for just a second and he looks away. Is their match already over? Oh, wait. What do you mean? Why am I in a pinch? He looks at me with a disinterested look. Is this guy always so dispirited? I'm sure even you can tell. Kaito's switch has been flipped. I doubt you can handle him when he's like this. What? Are you saying he hasn't been playing seriously so far? No, he's definitely been serious. He isn't the type to play around, but sometimes he just seems to play even better. His reactions improve, his shots suddenly have more weight, his legs seem to carry him even faster. It's enough to overwhelm even me. He would certainly be ranked much higher if he could only play like that every game. Wait, you're kidding, right? You're telling me he can play even better than before? Then what was the meaning of everything I did until now? Are you saying that I can't win anymore? No way. Hey Kenma, what the hell are you doing? Bystanders aren't supposed to be interrupting the match. Yeah, sorry about that. Sasaki-san turns to me one last time and his face suddenly looks very grim. Good luck. You're gonna need it. No way. Once I get back to my position, play resumes once more. Sasaki-san's words keep echoing in my head. Could Morisaki-senpai improve that much? Is that sort of thing even possible? Morisaki-senpai tosses the ball into the air and immediately hits it way before it is finished rising. A quick serve? Crap, I got caught by surprise. There's no way I can return it. The ball hits the wide mark and just like before, I'm left astounded. 228. Shish, you really outdone yourself now. 40-30. I wasn't expecting a quick serve of all things. Shit, I have to find a way to turn this around. The flow of the match that was swaying my way has now completely turned in the opposite direction. If I don't do something fast, You alright, Mishimaya? Yes. I'm sorry. Ready when you are. Crap, this isn't the time to be standing around in a daze. I have to do something. For now, just focus on his serve. Engrave his image in my eyes. Read every detail of it. If I can react even 1 millisecond faster, then surely... Huh? What's this? What is this feeling? Everything. My eyes begin to focus much faster than before. Huh? My vision just became much clearer. I can see Senpai moving with such clarity. It's going to be wide. My body starts moving on its own. Before I notice it, I'm at the ball's destination before it is even past the net. Huh? I could hear something I shouldn't. With all the blood rushing to my head, I can swear I hear him gasping in surprise. Honestly, I'm just as surprised as you are. But my body has a mind of its own. I swing with all I've got and hit the ball back with a wide. The ball escapes to the side with a slice, its low bounce making it even more difficult to reach. What the? I hear Kenma-san gasp. This is the most emotion I've heard in his voice all day. Senpai dashes to the ball and somehow manages to hit it over. Still, I can easily reach it. My body moves before I even have to think. What is going on with me? I hit the ball back and a rally ensues. Senpai and I are locked into a match of ground strokes. This is odd. I could tell that he is reacting faster than before, but I can still keep up. For some reason, even though he was easily overwhelming me before, we are now on even footing. My body feels much lighter than before, and I seem to be reacting much faster now. What is this? Senpai cuts into one of my shots with a slice and tries to go towards the net. I react almost instantly and return the ball with a deep lob. He has to jump back to reach, but ends up stuck on the baseline again. As long as I keep him from coming up, I should be able to handle him. Still, this fast pace is exhausting. I'm not sure if I can keep this going for long. How long has this rally even lasted? 20 shots? 30? I'm not even sure anymore. Senpai goes towards the ball and gets ready for another slice. Is he going to try and reach the net again? Wait, something about his posture is off. There it is again. What is this? I'm almost straining my eyes, but I can make it out. He's not going for a slice. It's a fake. He's going for a drop shot. I start running before the ball's even hit. My body immediately reacts to what I see. I surprise even myself with how fast I went. I managed to reach the ball and instinctively tap it over. I returned the drop shot with a drop shot. When I look up, I see that Morisaki-senpai was late on his reaction. Please score! Morisaki-senpai jumps with all of his might, his chest hitting the floor with a resounding thud. Still, he is a second too late. The ball taps twice, scoring me at the point. Everyone goes silent. For just a second, it's like everybody's voices got stolen. No one dares to even make a sound. Yes! I lift my fist, punching the air with all my might. The crowd erupts in cheers, nearly making me deaf. Game, set, and match, won by Mishimaya, 7-5. As expected, I didn't stand a chance. I could barely even move, let alone play a full set. In the end, I could only take one set from Morisaki-senpai. And I never managed to even beat Sasaki-san. Keikun had it even worse. His best score over all 122 sets was losing by 6-3. The girls, on the other hand, did super well. Saya actually managed to win 10 of her sets. We really do suck in comparison, huh? Coach had us get together to thank the guys for their help. With this, our 1-week intensive training program is over. Everyone was chatting excitedly. I hope I get to play with you again sometime soon, Mizuguchi-san. That was Kaeda Shina, currently ranked 421st in the Women's Tennis Association and winner of the All Japan Junior 2 years ago. I can't wait for us to play again on a big court with a big audience, Shina-senpai. The girls seem to get along remarkably well. Sure, coach. I'll make sure to pass the message if I see him. And also, where Moriyama is concerned, it seems that coach still treats Morisaki-senpai as a student, even after he became a well-established pro player. The timing of your drop shot is too low. You're giving your opponents ample time to react. You should try fixing that. Yeah. Anything else? I can't be sure if those two are having a conversation or fighting. I really can't believe they've been here for a week. I'm a wreck and can barely stand, yet I feel oddly satisfied. Oi, Nico. Morisaki-senpai. Next time I won't lose, you'll see. You won over 40 sets, and you're upset about the single set you lost? Who says I'll let you? Still, these things are okay every once in a while. The guys say goodbye to us one last time and leave for their van. This week really went by in a flash, huh? I feel a little cheated. Junkun is walking next to me as we head home. Son Shuichi said today's practice would still go on for a while. Junkun and I ended up going home together. He apparently lives close by. I thought I'd get to see a bunch of matches, but it ended up being just 2 sets. Didn't you watch Keikun's matches as well? I did, but I couldn't pay attention to both matches at the same time, could I? Plus, yours was more fun to watch, too. To think you would actually win the set against Morisaki-san. My heart was beating so fast with excitement. I can't help but laugh. Jun-kun is so easy to get along with. He sets my mind at ease. As long as I can deal with his bouts of excess energy, he is really nice to be around. Well, I did try my hardest so I'd get the win. Jun-kun laughs too. We finally reached my house. I can't even begin to describe how relieved I am that my legs didn't give out on the way over. Is this it? Yeah. Wanna come in? No, I'm fine. See you next week. See ya. Sweet AC. Thank God someone left it on. I drop my bag on the floor and immediately fall down on the couch. I'd like to go to my room, but there is no way my legs can carry me upstairs right now. Home already? Hey Aki, I'm exhausted. Could you grab me a bottle of green tea? I can, but I thought you hated green tea. I do, but I can't ignore that it helps my body relax and recover. If you say so, be right back. I sit upright on the sofa and let myself relax. Aki hands me a small green bottle and sits next to me. Is that special training of yours over? Ah, sweet, refreshing liquids. Yeah, Senpai and the others have already left for America again. How did it go? Did you manage to win something on the last day? Of course I'd been keeping Aki up to date on my daily scores. I actually managed to take a set from Morisaki-senpai, though it was mostly luck. Wow, awesome! You actually won against a pro? Like I said, it was only a set. He still won all the others. Yeah, but that's still progress. I can't really argue with that. By the way, Aki, why did you come home so soon? Oh, the club was closed today. They're using our court space to host a junior tournament. Oh, if I had known, I might have tried participating. Though that would be impossible considering how tired I am right now. Aki looked at me in expectation. So, Aniki, will you be able to come on Sunday? What? Oh, right. Aki's club is having a little gathering for the younger players' benefit. Sure, I'll go. I just can't promise I'll be able to do much. My whole body hurts. It's fine. They'll probably just ask you to show a few shots and that will be it. Really? It shouldn't take long. Okay, then I guess I won't worry about it. I gather my courage and decide to climb the stairs towards my bedroom. I love my bed. Just lying down on it, I can already feel myself getting drowsy. It's a good thing I showered before coming home. And that concludes day 3 of Tennis Ace. We will be figuring out what happens with Nico and Aki's club next time on Tennis Ace. Take care, guys.